Hey guys, this is Tim, Crawler Tim from RC Discount in Rockledge, Pennsylvania, and we're going to do an unboxing of the REDCAT Rock Slide RS10XT tonight. So this is one of REDCAT's best-selling RC cars. Actually, it's at least the #1 seller here at our shop for REDCAT, and it's a 1/10 scale crawler, and it actually does very, very good for the price that they are. They're pretty cheap. I think they're about $160 online right now, $150 to $160. Ready to run. That includes the battery and everything. So the Rock Slide is brushed from the factory, which is pretty much just like any of the other basic crawlers that you buy. So pretty much will get you in the same class as an Axial or something like that from the factory. So the packaging, is not going to be as nice as an Axial, but still a pretty nice package. You do have a pretty nice manual here. There's a lot of part numbers in it, stuff like that. So let's just go over the truck a little bit. The truck comes like this. Now the nice thing about this truck that a lot of trucks don't have is it is four-wheel steering, which I'll show you later in a little video. And pretty much what this means, the front and rear tires can both turn for the model, which is very nice for trying to get around on the rocks. So the best thing about this model, I think, is the radio. Right from the factory, it comes with a 3-channel radio. It's actually a very nice radio. It has a lot of features, and most of it is digital. A lot of the cheap radios are all analog. This one you can set the steering digitally, the throttle, everything is digital. So that's pretty nice right from the factory to have that. Here they give you the little charger for the battery, which gets the job done. It does take a while to charge the battery, but it will, it will get the job done here. And then, let's see here. Let's get the truck out of here for you guys. So as you can see, this truck actually does look pretty big for a 10 scale. I mean, it sits up pretty high. You got plenty of ground clearance under here. Let's get the body off for you. Now the one thing you'll notice right off the bat between this and the Axial is this definitely doesn't look as scale or as nice, but I have to say, I haven't tested one out too much, but I think this will probably outcrawl an AX10 Deadbolt, but I can't say for sure. I mean, and some of the reasons why I think it will is, like most competition crawlers, it does have the motors right on the axle, so it does have dual motors, which is nice. You don't have to worry about any drive shafts getting caught on the rocks or anything like that. And the bottom of it, the skid plate part is pretty little, so there's not much to get caught on the rocks. And from the front here, you can see the ground clearance under the axle is pretty good too. I'll talk to you a little bit about the electronics that come on this. I'm not really sure the name of the ESC, but it is a dual motor ESC, dual brushed ESC. It's also the same ESC that comes on the 1/8 scale Rock Slide 2. And then the receiver is just your basic REDCAT receiver. The battery it comes with is just an 1800 nickel metal hydrate battery. Nothing too fancy. Now the one nice thing about this that I've been doing a little bit of research about is you can run a LiPo battery on this ESC, but you need some type of low voltage cutoff so your LiPo battery doesn't get damaged. And then the other thing I want to talk to you guys about is the servos. The servos on this are Lansu 3660. I don't think the newer models here have the label on them, but I'm pretty sure that's the ones that come with it, which they're okay. They're just plastic gear, but these tires really aren't that big, so they do get the job done. So that's it about the details of the truck. We're going to drive around the shop a little bit for you guys. Thanks. Ready? Hey guys, it's Tim here at RC Discount in Rockledge, PA. I just want to go over a little bit about driving the REDCAT Rock Slide. So one thing I want to tell you guys, a couple things I forgot in the video earlier, is the wheels that come on this are actually beadlock wheels, which is pretty nice. And also I wanted to show you guys the articulation on this thing. It's pretty crazy right out of the box. So The cool thing, like I was saying about this, is there's a lot of different steering modes, so I'm going to go through them with you guys. You have the first basic mode is the front wheel steer. Mode number 2 is kind of like a side-to-side action. You can drive the car. Both wheels turn the same way. The third one, which is what I like the best, is 4-wheel steering. Helps you get around the tight turns, which I'll show you when we're driving it. And then they also have just rear-wheel steering. So it's actually really good on the rocks because you can change that all right from the remote. So let's, I've got a couple things on the ground over here. We're just going to try to crawl over for you guys, see how this thing does, okay? So we'll just go over here. We got a couple chassis that, like I said, I'm not sure how well we're going to do here. Let's see what we can do. Oh, sorry guys. Let's try another steering mode here. So as you guys can see with the 4-wheel steering, it'll actually turn around pretty tight. Alright guys, I think that's enough for tonight. I hope to see you again next week. Thanks. This is Crawler Tim from RC Discount.